Borussia Dortmund are closing in on the Bundesliga title for the first time since 2012. Borussia Dortmund are on the verge of lifting the Bundesliga trophy for the first time since 2012 with just a win against Mainz required to clinch the title on the final day. The black and yellow have spent over 10 years in Bayern Munich's shadow, but it could all be about to change if they can get over the line. Here Express Sport takes a look at what went wrong over the years as they finally look set to shape their long-lasting hoodoo. 37-67 Bayern score. To win the Bundesliga, beating Bayern Munich is imperative, and that is something Dortmund have struggled to manage over the last decade. The club currently hold an aggregate scoreline of 37-67 in all their matches against them since they last won the title, with the Bundesliga score 52-23 in the Bavarians' favor. The pattern has been at its worst in recent years, with the black and yellow winning just one of their last 9 games against the league's dominant force. However, for once, it has not been a problem this season. Dortmund have performed well enough in their games against the rest of the league, and it is that, coupled with Bayern's drop-off in form, that may now finally see them win the title. £657 million raise. Another one of Dortmund's major problems has been failing to keep a hold of their top players. The club have raised around £657 million in player sales since they last won the league in 2012, meaning the team have struggled to gain any real momentum. Their net spend also sits at around -£78 million for the period in question, highlighting their inability to replace the parties with the same level of quality. Perhaps as much an issue was where their best players were sold to. Bayern made a habit out of picking up many of their best players towards the start of the period, with Mario Götze, Mats Hummels and most notably Robert Lewandowski crossing the divide. That pattern has stopped in recent times with the likes of Ousmane Dembele, Jadon Sancho and Erling Haaland moving abroad instead. And with Bayern losing top stars like Lewandowski this season, the black and yellow have been able to make up the difference, taking the title fight to the final day with considerably less expenditure. 8 different managers. Dortmund have also struggled to find the right manager to take the reins since Jurgen Klopp was the last man to lead them to the title in 2012. The German was unable to work his magic again, as many of his best players left for Bayern, with many of those coming in behind him failing to reach the same heights. There has been a real mix too. While Klopp and Thomas Tuchel have gone on to win the Champions League since leaving the Westfalenstadion, others like Lucien Favre, Peter Bosz and Peter Stoger have struggled to enjoy any real kind of success elsewhere. Edin Terzic finally looks like the man set to buck the trend. The 40-year-old is in his second spell as head coach, having been the interim before Marco Rose's arrival, can now go down in the club's history if he can lead his team to victory against Mainz. The eyes of the footballing world are set to be on him on what is sure to be an exciting final day in the Bundesliga on Saturday.